Hi there and welcome back to our January travel blog. This time we are going to take you to the beautiful coastal city in eastern Thailand known by the name of Pattaya. So, in regards to why we did choose to visit Pattaya, well, to be honest, there isn't really a reason. It owes its name to the mass amounts of tourists that come here for drinking or just having a laugh. In fact, we came here just to pretty much visit the fab walking street, but a little bit more on that in one of our later videos. So firstly, we're going to start things off whilst arriving into Bangkok. Now, knowing I'd just come up to the US for the past 7 days, I was very excited to finally be meeting up with Supam. Now, I'm not a frequently flown traveller, growing up where my parents preferred to stay in the UK as it was usually much more fun and also rather cheap. Once we had obviously got ourselves to the bus station, we needed to then buy a ticket to get into Pattaya. Now, there are multiple ways you can get from Bangkok Airport to Pattaya itself. Of course, you can book a taxi or a private transfer, but of course, these can be very expensive. And as the journey is almost 2 hours long, we did decide to take the bus.
Finally got my friend from Bangkok Airport. Hello. It's Brett and we're traveling to Pattaya right now. Yeah.
Now, I've been on plenty of buses, but this was something completely different, like very different. The legroom and pitch of the seat was absolutely incredible compared to the aircraft we had just come off, so that was a great little treat. In terms of pricing though, it was pretty cheap actually. It only cost us around about 130 Thai baht each, which does equate to around about $4 US, which compared to around about 100 to 200 US for a private transfer, it is a no-brainer there.
Welcome to Pattaya.
For now, let's get into accommodation. So, by this time you're probably already aware, Pattaya is very busy with tourists, which means a lot of hotels, right? Well, actually, you'd be surprised. In fact, more than half of tourists that do visit Pattaya tend to actually stay in Airbnbs like us, for example. There are so many high-rise apartment blocks overlooking the incredible coastline that people just prefer them. Also, in regards to pricing, they are again a much cheaper and usually much more modern alternative to the standard hotel. For example, I think we chose an absolute gem. The apartment we stayed at, the Arrayas Beachfront Condominium, was only around about $150 for the full 3 nights. Further to this, we also had an absolutely breathtaking pool, which also gave us absolutely incredible sunset views. This was obviously putting more pressure on where tourists pick to stay, but in my honest opinion, I would happily return to this place because, as you can see, the video really doesn't do justice. The swimming pool at our apartment block was absolutely breathtaking. It was what I believe to be called an infinity pool, which does overlook the sea. So once you are in, it does look as if you can literally swim right out to the amazing sea. Now that was an incredible piece to go to and do. I also think during our whole stay in Thailand, this was by far the best pool, and the sunset was just incredible. Now the apartment itself did come with free access to the pool, as well as a free gym, sauna, steam room and other things, like a library and a rooftop viewing area. The pool itself was unmanned, meaning there was no lifeguard on duty, but the pool at maximum only reached around about 1.1 depths, so it isn't too deep. The pool was open daily from 7 AM and stayed open till as late as 10 PM. And lastly, if you are watching, then make sure you are liking the video, subscribing if you haven't already done so, and clicking that bell icon at the bottom to make sure you receive notifications of all our future videos, especially if you are wanting to see more of our incredible travels. But lastly, thank you and once again for watching.